As the Prime Minister.
Was the brief to stay cheerful, be friendly?
How do you feel? He's a dead man walking, isn't he?
Just keep smiling. And then take a seat to listen to Boris Johnson, focusing on the Tory MPs who backed him in yesterday's confidence vote and not those who rebelled.
Thank you, by the way, everybody, for all your good work yesterday, because which was a very important day, because we're able now to draw a line under the issues that our opponents want to talk about.
But however much the Prime Minister and his top team want to change the record, criticism over Partygate hasn't gone away.
Well, I think it was really important at all stages that everyone stuck to the rules. There's no question about that. It only works when people stick to them, and it's very disappointing that that wasn't the case.
That from a man we watched every day through the pandemic, and then this on the impact of the confidence vote.
More than 40% decided really on their own to vote against him. And that's very difficult then to proceed as party leader in the long term. This is like trying to drive along the M1 with two flat tyres.
But as for the Tory rebels themselves, some of them most high profile were looking for any way to avoid making comment.
I'll try not to run you over. Thanks. Are you still running?
Or kept it fairly brief.
We move on, and I know the Prime Minister will want to focus on absolutely the priorities of this country.
So he's the right man to lead the party into the next election?
That's it, thanks.
There were warnings about the size of the rebellion, 148.
That's quite a significant number to come to that conclusion pretty much individually. And I think if we don't see some big changes from the Prime Minister in number 10, I can't see how that number wouldn't increase.
But more of those speaking out had this message.
We had a vote, we lost, we've got to accept it and move on, and the Prime Minister on that basis now is entitled to our support.
But he said colleagues were very worried about two critical by-elections coming up, one against Labour in the north of England and one against the Lib Dems in the southwest.
We'll campaign hard in those by-elections, we'll put our case, but it's not unusual in mid-term for governments to have challenging local elections, by-elections and so on.
Sounds like you're getting your excuses in.
Well, no, I mean, you're asking me about two elections that haven't taken place.
As for Sir Patrick Vallance calling Partygate very disappointing.
Well, the Prime Minister accepts it was very disappointing. That's why the Prime Minister has repeatedly apologised to the British people.
Tonight, at a Falklands War commemoration with Princess Anne, the Prime Minister did seem a little more relaxed, joking about his troubles.
And I'm ashamed to say I think I'm the only one of the four speakers never to have been to the Falklands so far. Now things are a bit quieter in Westminster. Perhaps I may be able to go before too long, where things seem relatively peaceful.
Relatively peaceful, for now perhaps. But with that many Tory MPs voting against him, it may not be calm for long. Anushka Astana, News at 10.